Hey guys, Kirsti Patterson here from Forever Body Yoga. Today we're going to be doing a flow that will help us to fire up in the body, to open up in the body. So it's going to be about 25 minutes or so. So take a little time for yourself to get this full body flow and open up in that spine and in those hips. You'll need a brick if you've got one, but you can use a cushion otherwise. It's no big deal. Hope you enjoy it. Let's get to it. So we're going to start in a seated position on our mat, whatever is comfortable for you, where it's cross-legged, kneeling, or maybe down with the back on the mat and the knees up to the sky with the feet down on the mat. Take whatever version feels right for you. And then take that low gaze or close the eyes down. And see where it is that you want to place your hands on the body today. Take whatever feels right for you. Take a big breath in here and try to deepen that breath, nose, throat, lungs and belly. Belly, lungs, throat and nose. You're observing where it is that the breath comes to in your body. Can you feel that rib cage expand as you breathe in? And maybe the belly pushing away, expanding as you breathe deeply. As you exhale, can you feel that belly button coming back towards the spine, that pelvic floor rising, and that rib cage drawing close? Taking a moment to check the alignment of your spine here. Sensing where it is that your pelvis is in space. Do you want to bring that forward, or maybe you want to draw that back, finding that line. Thinking about an even connection between both sit bones, and then rising high. Maybe finding more space between the hips and the ribs, increasing that gap as you increase the space between each vertebrae. Drawing the shoulder blades together, bringing the head of the humerus back into the center of your shoulder joint. Tucking that chin in for most of us, finding more length in the back of the neck. Thinking about that connection, that triple S connection, sacrum, scapula, skull. And notice now if that breath is deeper. Our focus for our flow today will be looking at the connection between our breath and our movement. There may be something that you want to pick to choose on from your mind, from your day, from something you're wanting to create in life at the moment. You could pick a mantra or an intention for yourself, recite that to yourself as we move through our flow. From here, take a really big breath in, filling that chest, filling that belly. And a big exhale. Another big breath in. Big breath out. Take the biggest breath you've taken so far today. Big breath, big breath in. From here, we'll flutter those eyes open, come off that brick and down onto our backs, coming into a reset for that center, waking that up. So those feet will be planted on the mat, knees up to the sky. Those are at hip distance. Take a moment here, find that connection, check you're still breathing into that belly, and the hands are down beside us. Big breath in, big breath out, pushing down through those feet. Inhale to lift up through that pelvis, finding that line in your spine. Big breath in, big breath out, and we start taking small pulses here in that pelvis, and you can use that brick underneath the sacrum, giving you more stability if you're finding this a little bit of a challenge today. And as we take that pulse with that pelvis, we want to focus on keeping that small so that we can focus on the glutes and on the center. We don't want to be feeling those hamstrings or those quads doing the work. They'll contribute, but they're not going to be our key benefactors here. It's our glutes and our center. And check. You could take a little gaze down. We're not moving the head, but gazing down towards the knees. Check those knees are staying in line. We don't want them to flop out as we're here or cross in as we're here. We're wanting those knees to stay in line with those pelvic points. Then we can hold that pulse, bring the arms up to the sky, have those palms pushing into the ceiling, pushing into the sky. Big inhale, we'll rise from the right shoulder blade. Twist that palm so the fingers are reaching high and out. And then we'll rise from the left shoulder blade. And now turn those palms so they are facing each other. Fingers are spread, reaching through those. As you're here, we want to try keep that pelvis and that spine stable. See if you can lift those toes off the mat and spread those toes. Opening up the fingers, opening up the toes, and maybe you can lift the feet, the ball of the foot off the mat. Big breath in here. Big breath out. Bringing the feet down, bringing the hands down, and then bringing down the body in one long line. Nice. We'll take the hands behind the head where the skull had been resting on the mat. So just where that curve of the skull is, we want the hands to sit there. Elbows are up to the sky here. We'll take a big breath in. Exhale. We'll rise up. Checking we've still got space between the chin and the chest. Exhale. We'll come down. We'll take another big breath in here. Exhale. We'll rise up, drawing everything together in the front body. The gaze is down towards the pubic bone, and we're thinking about the connection from the pubic bone to the two hip points and the base of the sternum. That diamond really drawing together in the center of the body, pushing down towards the back of the body. Exhale, we'll come down. Big breath in, we're going to add up now. Exhale, rise up here. And we're going to bring the right knee over the mat. If that's right knee over the hip. If that's a challenge, you could bring the toes down onto the mat. Flexing that right foot. Big breath in here. Big breath out. Extend that right leg. Big breath in. Big breath out. Right knee comes back in and down onto the mat. Exhale, we'll come down. Big breath in. Exhale, rising up. Left knee will come over the left hip. Big breath in here. Big breath out and extend that left leg. Breathing in. Breathing out. Big breath in. Knee comes back. Foot comes down. Head comes down. I'm going to add a little bit more, so keep doing what is right for you with strength and with stability. Breathing in. Exhale, rising up. Right knee over the hip. Extend that right leg. And then twist towards our left, keeping that right shoulder blade off the mat. Big breath in here. Big breath out. Foot down, back to center, and head down. Big breath in.
Big breath out, rising up. Extend that left leg, twisting towards our left, drawing everything together across the body. Big breath in, big breath out. Foot down, back to center, and head down. Nice work. We're going to roll over onto all fours here now, so you can step to the side, roll over, or take any other transition that is right for you today. So we've got those hands underneath the hips. We're going to take a little twist, little turn here. So you can have the toes tucked if that feels right for you, or the foot can be flat. Those hands are underneath the shoulders, and we're rising through the center of the body here. Big breath in, big breath out, pushing down on the heel of the hands, bringing that chest forward. Push down through the fingers, rising up in the center of that body, coming into our angry cat. Then we pull back on the heel of the hands as that chest comes forward into that grumpy cow. So the pelvis isn't moving here, we're guiding it purely from the heel of the hands. Pushing through the hands as we rise up. And then pulling back on the heel of the hands as we come forward into our grumpy cow. We'll tuck those toes. Then we can come back into an active child's pose here with a little bit of toe flexion as well. Coming down to whatever is right for you, but we want those arms forward if possible with the pinkies down and the thumbs up, keeping the forearm off the mat. Big breath in. Big breath out as we rise up, planting those hands back onto the mat. And we can do a little side twisting here. So we're going to bring our weight into our left hand. You can flatten the feet again if that gives you stability. Bring that right hand off the mat, finding that connection in your body here. Inhale, that right hand will come up to the sky, keep the gaze down. Exhale, we're going to thread that right hand underneath the chest, underneath the left arm, bending that left elbow. Maybe the right shoulder will come onto the mat, maybe the right ear will come onto the mat. And we can lift, maybe, lifting that left arm up to the sky. Remember, there's no medals, so see what's right for your body. Big breath in, reaching through those fingers. Exhale, left hand down, and we'll unwind. That right hand will come underneath the chest, up towards the sky, keeping the gaze down. Reaching through the fingers. Exhale, right hand down. We'll now come into the right side, lifting that left hand, bringing the left hand up to the sky, gaze is down. Exhale, left hand coming underneath the chest, underneath the right arm, bending that right elbow. Maybe the left shoulder comes to the mat, maybe the left ear comes to the mat, reaching through those left fingers. Inhale, and exhale as that right arm reaches up to the sky. Big breath in, reaching through those fingers. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, weaving the left arm back up to the sky. Gaze is down. Exhale, left hand comes back down. Big breath in here. Big breath out. We're going to tuck those toes, lift the pelvis, coming into your downward dog, finding length in your spine, bending those knees as much as you need to, stepping the feet in or out, giving you more length in your spine. Big breath in, big breath out. Walking our hands back towards our feet. Again, bending the knees as much as you need to, thinking about the length in the spine. And inhale, we'll bend the knees as we rise all the way up. Hands coming to heart center. Finding that connection in the spine again, sacrum, scapula, skull. Neutral pelvis here, so if we're a tipper or a tucker, check what we're doing. And then we'll step to the top of our mat. Big breaths in, big breaths out. Big breaths in, the arms will come all the way up. Exhale, bending the knees, hands coming down, stepping back with the right foot and the right knee. Flatten that foot, lifting the arms, firing that right glute, pushing down through the front foot. Exhale, hands coming down, stepping back into our plank, thinking about length in the spine. And check we're not letting that neck come down and those shoulders collapse. We're strong, rising from the shoulders. You can come all the way down or bring the knees down. Keep those elbows in close as you lower all the way down. Pulling back on the heel of the hands to rise into your cobra. Tuck the toes, lifting up into your downward dog. Stepping the feet in, bend those knees. Find as much length as you can through that spine, from the hands all the way through the body and out the pelvis. Step that right foot forward, give it a hand if it gets stuck. Left knee down, flatten that foot. Inhale, lifting the arms. Rising through the side body, finding length from the hips to the ribs. Exhale, hands come down and we step the back foot in. Inhale, rising all the way up. Exhale, bending those knees, hands coming down, stepping back with the left foot. Left knee down, flatten that foot. Inhale to rise. Exhale, hands coming down, stepping back into your plank. Keep those hands connected to the mat. Big breath in, big breath out. Knees down, come all the way down. Keep the heads of those arms high, so up in that humerus. Flatten those feet. Pull back on the heel of the hands to rise into your cobra. Lifting into your downward dog. Big breath in here. Big breath out. We step the left foot forward. Right knee down. Inhale. Rising all the way up. Feeling that right glute working. Pulling back through the heel of that front foot. Exhale. Hands come down. Step the back foot in. Bend those knees as much as you need to. And inhale to rise. Exhale, hands coming down. Stepping back with the right foot and the right knee. Keep those toes tucked if you're able to keep stable here. Inhale to lift those arms. Firing that right glute. Opening those arms into our cactus arms, our goalpost arms. Keeping the spine long. We want to draw those shoulder blades together to open that chest. Big breath in. Big breath out. Exhale. The hands will come down. We'll step back into our plank. Knees, chest and chin. Flatten those feet. Pulling back on the heel of the hands into your cobra. Tuck the toes. Lifting up into your downward dog. Big breath in. The right foot will come forward. The left knee will come down. Toes tucked if you're stable. Inhale, the arms will come up. We'll bring those into our cactus arms. Drawing those shoulder blades together again. Keeping the spine long, so we don't want to be arching in that spine. We're strong and long. Exhale. The hands will come down. We'll step the back foot in. Inhale to rise with the long spine. Exhale, hands coming down, stepping back with the left foot and the left knee. Inhale to bring those arms up. Hands coming to heart center. Pushing the heel of those hands together. We're going to push down through the front foot, fire that left glute. And then we're going to twist towards that right knee, so closing in on that twist. So it's just that thoracic spine that is moving here. We're keeping that pelvis, those hips stable. Exhale, coming back to center and bringing the hands down, stepping back into your plank. Knees, chest and chin, keep the elbows in close, the belly still as active. Feet flat. Pull back on the heel of the hands, rising into your cobra. Tuck the toes, lifting up into your downward dog. Big breath in here. Left foot comes forward, right knee comes down. Inhale to rise. Hands coming into heart center, firing that right glute, pushing down through the heel of that front foot. Hands are at heart center, pressing into each other, opening up that chest. As we twist towards our left, pelvis is stable, hips are stable. Big breath in here. Exhale to come back to center. The hands come down, we step the back foot in. Bend those knees as much as needed to have the length in the spine. Inhale to rise. Hands coming to heart center. Close the eyes down for a moment or take a low gaze. Feeling the opening in the body. The space in your body. The connection between the breath and the movement. It may not all be coming together. It comes with time. Sometimes it might be there and other times it goes, allowing whatever it is to be. Bringing our awareness to it allows us to find some progress, but we don't have to go for perfection. Fluttering the eyes open, we'll take a big breath in, the arms will come up, exhale, we'll bend the knees, hands coming down, stepping back with the right foot behind the left foot, then we'll bring the right knee down to the right side of the mat, so it's diagonal. We'll walk the hands back, bring the seat down, coming into a cross-legged position if that's right for your body. Or else you could have those legs extended or be kneeling, whatever feels right for you. From here, we'll move down onto our back. So you can bring the hands down behind the seat, extend those legs, shuffle yourself down the mat. Bringing the body down, big breaths in here, checking in with that breath. We'll take a few twists, so check you've got space there. The arms are out to the side, stretching out from us. Shuffle those feet to the outside edge of the mat. So the outside of each foot is with the outside of the mat. We'll take a big breath in, exhale, knees coming over to the left hand side. They're not coming down, they're just leaning. We take our left hand onto our right hip point, fire that right glute, and push into that left hand, opening up the front of that hip. Big breath in here. Big breath out, we'll come back to the center. Left arm comes out. Exhale, knees coming to the right. Take the right hand onto the left hip point. Fire that left glute. Pushing into the right hand, opening the front of that left hip. Big breath in. Big breath out. To come back to center. Take a moment here, see if there's any twists or turns that your body needs. You might want to extend the legs, reach out. Take some of those banana twists, leaning from one side to the other. Maybe you want to bring the knees into the chest and give yourself a little squeeze, opening up some of the space in the lower back. Do whatever feels right for you. And then come into your version of relaxation. It might be stretched out on that mat. You might be more comfortable seated. Wherever you are, see if you're comfortable with the eyes closed. If not, take a low gaze. Every option's a good option, so just take whatever makes you feel safe, feel comfortable in this space, in this moment. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Observing any changes in the body from when we first stepped onto the mat. Any changes in the mind from when you first stepped onto the mat. Has your focus been with your flow, or have you stepped in and out of it? Not having to name what it is that is happening, just observing, noting what we're feeling and what we're sensing. With each breath, trying to release and soften a little more into that mat.
Try to feel those feet soften, ankles releasing, knees releasing, softening in that hip joint and letting that pelvis release. Lower back may come into contact with the mat, shoulder blades releasing, opening the shoulders, softening the elbows, the wrists and the fingers, releasing in that neck, softening the jaw. You may want to let the head release to one side, or it may be comfortable right in the center. Take whatever gives you the most release for your body and for your mind in this moment. Slowly wiggle those fingers and toes. Make circles with the wrists and the ankles. You can bring the knees into the chest and give yourself a little squeeze. And then rising up into a seated position, a low gaze or with the eyes closed. We'll bring the arms up above the crown, hands meeting in prayer. Thumbs coming down to the space between the eyebrows. May peace be in your thoughts. Thumbs coming down to the lips. May peace be in your words. Thumbs coming down to the heart center. May peace be in your actions. We bow our heads. Thank yourself for creating time for your mind and for your body today. And thank you from me for joining this flow. I hope you enjoyed that flow today and you feel more space across that chest, more active in that center. Those glutes have been working, the center's been working, and you've been really using those legs as well. Please subscribe if you enjoyed that flow so that you can get notified when the weekly videos come up, so you can keep moving and keep flowing wherever it is that you are. If you've got any comments, questions or feedback, pop them below and I can include that in the future. Have a beautiful day wherever you are. Thanks for joining me.